G'day folks and welcome back. And a big warm welcome to my new subscribers and my old subscribers. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm KC and today we've got a Diecast International Builders Any Hot Wheels Invitational. So let's get organised and get them on the bench. We've got the Ford 8 crate. We've got a 1968 Dodge Dart. Let's get them out of the packets. Job done. And we'd also like to welcome Big Charlie's Model Garage for joining us in our group kit build in episode 160. Alrighty, let's get on to these cars. Okay, the 1968 Dodge Dart. We're going to keep the paint. We're going to remove the Hot Wheels tags. We're going to fix up the gap between the bumper and the taillights and the boot panel there. We'll also, saying like we're going to keep the paint, we're going to do the windscreen moulds. We're also going to do a wheel swap, and we're also going to put little 2mm crystal jewels in the headlights because they're actually recessed in, so it's a perfect car to do it on, and they're the perfect size. They won't look so silly. Also, it's got some paint blemishes as you can see on the roof. We'll see if we can fix those up. And the crate, we'll just chop the back off it like we're going to, and we're going to turn it into a utility. The wheels? Oh, wheels from heaven. Oh, awesome. They're the wheels for the Dart, by the way. Alright. So we're going to chop the roof off, turn that into a ute. Let's get motivated. So I've already drilled and tapped these here, so we'll just pull them apart. It's all been tapped with a 256 drill bit and a 256 tap and a 256 T5 tip screw. And these become a bit tight sometimes in the crates to get them out, but it's all sorted. Now we'll get the Dodge Dart and we'll pull him to bits. We've got 2 screws in this one, but that's alright, we have the technology, we can manage that. And there, so you can see all of the dags up along the back there. That's what was holding the back bumper bar down. And we're going to do the windscreen mould. Now you see all the paint blemishes, look at that. So we'll fix that up with a bit of clear tricks. With a bit of luck and it should come up alright. We'll see at the end, I guess. And we'll get rid of the Hot Wheels tags and we'll do the moulds and they're the wheels. Now we use the 1mm outer diameter, 0.8mm inner diameter brass tube. We cut the axles, trim them down to size, same with the front wheels. Then we sleeve the axles. That way when we put the base into the bottom of the car, we'll be able to fill the wheel wells properly like they should be, instead of having all of the gaps. And we will do the same with the Dodge Dart. So the wheels will fill the wheel wells, that way they look a lot better as opposed to being way underneath the car. Then we just get the side cutters out here now and we'll knock the top off the wagon. Just your conventional side cutters. Always cut them in the middle there first, I do, because I don't want to buckle the front. You won't bend the back because it's too thick. And then I just leave a little bit on there, try and get it off there, and we'll file it and trim it off later on. Do the same on the other side. There we go. We've got a ute. Now we just get a standard hobby file and we'll just file all of those down. If you don't know, you can do it with a Dremel if you've got a Dremel, but you don't need to. Clean them up all nice and smooth. Do the same on the other side, and we'll do the same on the roof, and then the other bits down there, and we'll eventually have it all cleaned up. And then we'll mark the glass, so that way we're able to then cut the glass with the jeweler's saw, and we'll be able to utilise the back window for the rear window of the cab of the utility. Put him in, test the situation with the interior. So we'll fill that full of resin and let it set overnight. Okay, the next day, resin's beautiful and hard, worked out well. And what we have to do is the base there has got a couple of little lumps there. We had to trim them off because underneath here the resin filled up where they used to sit inside. And also we need to groove an area out there where the axle grippers sit, where you can see just here on the base. That way that'll sit up inside and it'll all clip together nice and flat. Then we can space the wheels out so they're the right width. Okay, we've cut the windscreen now and finished sanding it, and we'll glue that section in when we cut it in half. We'll make a whole new panel up for the back to go inside there, so we can get the rear windscreen of the wagon to be into the cab of the ute. Split the front of the windscreen, glue it up inside. There's a post there that the interior holds the windscreen into place. We also got rid of all of the burrs along the front, under the grille, and also under the tailgate, so that way when you put your interior back in, the grille in the front fits in perfectly and fits in beautiful up with the tailgate. Love it. Alright, on hypo power, we'll get the jeweler saw out and we'll cut this engine out. As it's all done, now we'll do a bit more sand in there, clean that up. I will paint that all black in there, but I will do the wheel wells chrome again when I get a chance, and we'll do a bit more on that there. Okay, and I've got an engine left over to build the drag car Pro Street or Pro Stock. And cut these bits off, we don't need them, they hold the windscreen up. Get yourself some cutters, saves a lot of sanding. And we've got these bits here all organised now. We've tried everything in, it fits up alright with the mould. I did that with the mould. Now if I wasn't going to paint the car, I would have masked it up and I wouldn't have scratched the fender, as you can see there. But they're the things you can do without having your chrome pen, and you can do that when you've really painted the car as well, so it's cool. And a bit more sanding in here, and we'll be getting close to getting it all together. A bit of a quick mock-up, all fit in. Tab in the windscreen, I just heated that up so it sits on the back of the parcel shelf of the rear seat. And the headlight there, I did the one to the right of the screen, the one to the left needs fixed. Now I'll fix the one to the left and I'll put the black in it later on. Time for the strippers, off comes the paint. Job done. Okay, now we'll tackle all of those marks on the roof. Hopefully I can fix them up with my clear coat. And then we'll get organised now and we'll do these moulds. Did that tail light. And we'll clean up the mould now. See where it's all rough? You've got to file that off till you can actually see your windscreen mould. There's the mould up there. Get rid of all of the rough stuff out of the frame. Any of that stuff left there, if you do the mould first, it'll look terrible. Can't put a drip rail on there, it doesn't have one on this one, it does that side, so I can't do one side and not the other. That's a bit of a bugger, but never mind. All sits up in the front there fairly well. We'll get rid of that in the back, that way the bumper bar will sit up in there nice. Now you can see I've filed the top of that mould there now already and cleaned it up. It is a little tiny bit high on the top, so I'll take that off and then we will get organised and get it looking great. There we are, we've shaved the top, done down the A pillar where my thumb is, and we'll get organised to do the rest of the screen on the front, and then we'll come to the back, and you need to clean all of that daggy stuff, overcasting out of the back window before you even attempt to do a mould like we just did in the front. Okay, front windscreen all completed, turned out nicely, love it, looks beautiful with the green and the chrome. Now we did the tail light there. Now when you're doing a tail light yourself, mask it up so that way when you get used to it, swinging the blade, you don't do the damage to the car, upset you get cranky. And look at the size of this tail light, it's like the size of a toothpick, small as. Now a quick rundown on how I lower it. Paper clip into the axle track, the width of there. Tube the axle like I showed you at the beginning of the video. That way, all done, easy as. Then we run a 0.7 through there, so that way your axle blow goes straight into the brass tube without any problems at all. Job done, all finished, looks good. Blue on this side, red on the other side. Used to be race cars back in the day, whether they do it now or not I don't know. But also then we've just run the round file through there, that way it'll sit straight in there, beautiful and flush, and no problems of putting it back together. Okay, here we are, we've got everything done, clear coat, bases done, wheel swaps done and everything else. And as you know, the Ford's a work in process. And I've had way too many coffees, as you can see here. I'm assembling these absolutely like Superman, super fast, because I'm way behind. Anyway, coming up next will be a recap of what we started with. And these are the stockies out of the packet, what we started with. Let us know in the comments, did you like us adding all of the extras? And coming up next, there we go. Now, as you know, the Ford Fairlane utility, or pickup as you would like to call it now, I've just got the back window backboard assembly to do and a couple of other little things in there, but it's like I was saying at the beginning of the video, work in process. And there's the Dodge Dart, and as you can see the bumper on the back there is up level now. and we just lowered it that little tiny bit just to suit those wheels a bit better, as opposed to being so tall. Alright, let's get them off there and let's check them out. Righto, let's grab the Dodge Dart, have a look at the screen. Turned out pretty cool, I think. Crystals look nice in the lights. Looks pretty cool. I like it with those wheel sets on it there compared to. We didn't look too bad at all with the clear. One more rub down, one more coat of clear, and we would have been magically fantastic, but I'll do that later on. An old Ford crate, it turned out sweet. Did the little blinkers on the front, and yeah, I've used to seeing cars like this my whole life in body shops, but yeah, it turned out nice and sweet. It'll look pretty cool when it comes back in another video there with a little other bit done there. So yeah, sweet as. I think they look alright. Let me know what you reckon in the comments, guys. And there we go. We hope you've enjoyed the show today, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Take care, look after yourselves, and we'll catch us again on the next one. Bye for now.